My wife and I took time apart and she said I could sleep with other women, so I did. Now we're back and she's changed. My wife, 40F, and I, 40M, have been together for 15 years. The past 3 years were turbulent, and we fought all the time until about a year ago when we decided we needed some time apart or to separate. We chose the first option. Initially, we went full no contact, but then we started texting and meeting for lunch, going on dates, etc. We talked about the problems. I felt miserable without her, and I hope she did too because I missed her every day. The problems that we always fought about, the mundane stuff, now seem so trivial, and we discussed how our issues were really non-issues. She said she loved and missed me so much, and I felt so much relief that she felt the same way. So, I confessed that I was miserable without her and how our problems were nothing compared to not being with her. We made a plan to reconcile and a month ago, she moved back home. Before we separated, we discussed what we were allowed to do during our separation. She said that she didn't want to sleep with others but that I was free to do so because we would be legitimately separated, and she didn't have the right to decide over me while we weren't a couple. I ended up sleeping twice with a colleague of mine. It wasn't good and I regretted it, so I ended it. Basically, it wasn't worth it. When my wife moved back, she asked me if I did something. I admitted that I did. I told her the truth and she was silent for a while. Then she said that it was fair enough and not cheating because we had already discussed the possibility. I was terrified that she would sleep with other people because I know my wife to be the kind that wants an emotional connection before getting physically involved. I had nightmares about it, so I needed to ask to see what we were expected to do during the separation. I don't need any emotional connection to sleep with others. I regret it, but I told myself that we have agreed to this. I feel that I have cheated seeing her reaction now, no matter if we had agreed on this or not. Since we have talked about it, she has been distant. She says that she is happy and that she missed home, and I also missed her. I haven't been this happy, but I don't know. When I ask her, she says she's fine and not to worry. But I don't know. I have caught her crying a few times, but she says it is because of the news and the world's condition. My wife is usually wild in bed, and I don't usually need to do much to put her in the mood. Now, she doesn't react to my touch, and sometimes we try for a long time, but she says she can't and starts crying. I don't know how to solve this. I don't know if I'm imagining things, but even a hug or a kiss, I feel her going rigid in my arms, but she insists it's nothing and just that she isn't in the mood or is tired. I miss her warmth. Update 1. Thank you everyone for listening. I tried to speak to my wife this evening, and I asked her for a walk. She is not fine with what happened. She started crying immediately when I tried talking to her. She said that she didn't know if she ever will forget or forgive. What surprised me is that she seemed to put the blame on herself. She said it was all her fault because she started the separation idea and then agreed to me sleeping with others, like she tricked me somehow, and now she wasn't fine with what she agreed upon. She apologized and said that she knew she was being unfair but that she couldn't help how she felt now. I tried to explain that it wasn't her fault at all, but I'm not sure she is convinced because she keeps saying that it was all her fault and that she is being unfair. I don't know what to do. I can't see her broken like this. Update 2. She said that she couldn't do this anymore, and she apologized because she believes that it was all her doing. She felt like she tricked me and gave me permission that she then couldn't keep, and now everything is ruined because of her, and I had all the reasons to hate her. But I don't hate her. I hate myself very much, but I would never hate her. She is the love of my life and I regret everything, including the break and the small stupid stuff that made us fight and take that break. She moved into a hotel. We decided to wait about telling our families until after the holidays because our broken hearts are enough, and we don't need to break their hearts too. I just don't know what to do. I have lost everything.